John McLemore is here with Masterbuilt. The Butterball electric fryer has already cooked up some delicious wings. John, thank you for the wings here. We're enjoying those right now.
Yes, we are. And, we're just showing how versatile the product is. If you are going to fry your turkey for this Thanksgiving and Christmas, just prior to doing that, just throw in some buffalo wings and watch some football. That's what it's all about, just hanging out with your family and your friends. And speaking of hanging out with family and friends, man, what an amazing night Tanya and I had last night in Nashville. Wow.
See, amazed you were there.
We were there, and I will tell you, I've never actually been to the live performance there. I've always watched it on TV. So to be able to go and sit as close as we did to all those amazing performers and to see how that show opened up, and the theme of the night about unity and love and with all the tragedy that's been going on in recent days, I think they did an amazing job really bringing everybody together and talking about country music and all the fans and all the performers. Really, I was amazed to see how they all stood for each other. It was an amazing night. So,
except when Rascal Flatts screamed out for the award.
Somebody did say, are y'all saying that they?
I don't know who it was.
It was somebody in the stands that
was cheering them on.
It was odd because about 8 seconds later they announced them not winning.
But much so, Little Big Town had to apologize to them.
They did, and they did it gracefully and said, don't be mad at us.
I mean, they really did.
Yeah, they did. They did. But it was crazy, to be able to see that. And, man, Carrie Underwood, oh, my word.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a big fan, but that song that she sang and everybody lighting up those candles, wow.
I thought about you being there because before that ever happened, Bub had already sent me the picture of you and your wife, and I thought to be in that arena, for her to sing an old traditional hymn too, softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling. And they did that to, of course, talk about the memorandum of all the people that had passed away in the business that year. And then at the end, they put up the pictures of all the victims of the shooting.
They did.
And she got so emotional she couldn't finish it.
She couldn't even finish the last words. And it was, just very moving. I think the whole night was, and how everybody was kind of coming together. And, to be there. And we were, being 13 rows back, and she sang right there in the middle of that stage. So we were literally 20 feet from her singing that song. It was very touching. So Tanya and I had a great time. We're going to be crazy for the next couple of weeks between now and Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to take about 7 hours off tomorrow. And then this weekend we're heading to California. We're going to hang out with Slater. That guy's from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Mario Lopez show out there. And so I figured you might know him as Slater.
It does help.
Yeah, it does help. And then we're doing Steve Harvey's show. Then we're shooting back over here, going to New York, seeing our buddy Sean Hannity.
Now, which Steve Harvey show are you doing? Are you going to be on Family Feud? Or
no, we have campaigned to get on Family Feud, and we will be on Family Feud. But they've stood me up about like Sean Hannity stood me up, getting me a visit with Trump. I don't understand that. We got to talk about that.
Well, it was uncomfortable, frankly, for you to be talking about how things with Hannity had not produced
panned out.
You getting to meet the president, and then you realize one of your other partners, the Rick and Bubba show, had already had the president on twice, and actually went up. The president invited us to his house, and we went and visited there.
Did y'all barbecue? Did y'all deep fried turkeys for the president?
Y'all
just went.
No,
and
they
talked.
they actually did the cooking. They've got quite a staff to do that. So.
I would be much more welcome to come back if they would just get me there once.
Well, let me tell you what was interesting.
You may notice the picture.
I thought in a strange twist of fate, and this is what's odd. There's nothing that feels worse than you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
So the president, and I could tell there was a connection he'd made with the show. It's obvious now.
Yeah.
And so as he was leaving, he leaned in and he said, "I've been trying to get Handy to get me in with the McLemore guy at Masterbuilt, and he can't seem to pull it off. So he's asked me now to see if I could put it together. And he says, I really would like to have one of those. I'd like to have the smoker and the fryer.
Well, now it's
He
on.
heard
So
it's the best turkey ever.
it is going to be the best turkey ever. And while while y'all get me into the White House, we'll fry a turkey right there in the Oval Office.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
How about that?
What about this? Because everything with Trump's been a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know how they usually pardon the turkey?
Yes.
He doesn't pardon it. We kill it and cook it.
Yeah. Boy, I'm not going to get any emails on that comment.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yeah, we
do cook dead turkeys.
We we definitely.
Yeah, I just saw the one we're
People
cooking.
know
It was-
that, right?
it- the
Right
one- I
before
look
we
at
inject
the
it.
box. If that one on there's not alive.
See, what he could do,
Not even close.
what he could do was let General Mattis come in and do
Just
the
take
act.
him down.
Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Better than that, Bubba dressed in complete pilgrim gear,
Well-
top to bottom.
Okay.
And I shoot a musket and take its head off.
Okay. Let me get this. Let me get this out right here because Bubba dressed in pilgrim gear would be much better than what he was dressed last night when he sent me a picture
That's
as we were at
sad.
the CMAs
Yeah.
in bed.
Right.
Scary.
You're
At
there.
6:30.
You're there at your,
Yeah, we
with
were
your
at-
wife.
And I was thinking, this man's going to get 14 hours sleep and get up at 4 o'clock.
You
He
think
was
that was
in
possible?
bed at like 4 o'clock.
You know, the time
so good.
changed, the weather, it was raining, we were give out. So,
Yeah.
you know,
And then,
that's the
and
best
then-
seat in the house to watch
And then I
TV.
looked down and had my wife's phone. He didn't send a picture of himself in bed to me. He sent it to my wife's phone.
Oh,
What's that
boy.
about?
How odd is that?
Well, y'all were all in there together. I couldn't see who I was.
Shirtless. Picture.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. His
Yeah,
wife was
sharp.
with him.
So what? You had a big night, so you haven't slept much. You didn't sleep as much as Bubba. I'll tell you
No,
that.
we didn't sleep.
I reckon nobody slept.
We did.
Look, I
We-
feel great today.
We got up this morning. We were half asleep, so we tried to get an Uber and couldn't, then a Lyft and couldn't, then we got a cab, and then we realized that we paid for all three because
You didn't
Uber showed up, Lyft showed up, and the cab took us. And
Didn't quite cancel it.
We got out of Nashville super early this morning and shot down here. Love coming here, guys, not just to eat some great food, but to talk about stories.
Yeah.
And just love what y'all stand for. The caller earlier talking about you guys not being afraid to have and talk about Christ. That's what Masterbuilt's all about. And you know the story and where Masterbuilt came from. 44 years ago when my dad, Dawson McElmore, founded Masterbuilt, he said a prayer to God. He said, look, you help me build products. You're the master. I'm the builder. I'll name this company after you, which is where the name Masterbuilt came from. And for 44 years now, I'm second generation. My son, John, too, is third generation. It's in the McElmore family. We have the most amazing group of people at Masterbuilt from all departments within our company that really do love doing what they do. They support what we do, and it's just been amazing. So when people think about cooking for Thanksgiving and Christmas, Masterbuilt wants to make sure that they can change the way people cook and safely fry their turkey the best way. Free up your oven. We'll talk about that, more when we talking about another hour when I serve y'all up some of the best deep fried turkey. So I've served it here for several years now. So how's the turkey, guys?
It's phenomenal.
it's
unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
It's changed
Yes.
our Thanksgiving
night.
ritual for the better.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
just
what it's all about.
Because you can now cook and watch the parades at the same time because it doesn't take all that
No,
long.
no.
No,
If you
that's
want
right.
to do
Hour.
Thanksgiving lunch, you can start at 10 o'clock and serve it at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're not up like I was this
Good
morning
night.
at 3 a.m.
yeah.
What time did you
terrible.
leave Nashville?
We actually got up at 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it's a
and
beautiful time.
we got up at 3 and rolled out of bed at 3:45, left at 3:47. Tanya told me this morning, she's like, man, I should have brought a hat. But she looks beautiful.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, she does.
So
Yeah, there you go.
anyway, we'll come back. We're gonna give you a chance to win a Butterball electric fryer. You've heard about how great they work. It really changed it. I love the whole dynamic. You keep talking about freeing up the oven too, because not only does the old way to do it take up so much time, all that time the thing's so big you can't put anything else in
No,
the
that's
oven.
right. So all your
And-
casseroles and desserts
And
go
it's
in the oven.
better. It's better.
all-
It's better. It's way better. And we've got at masterbuilt.com, we've got some videos out there. I had the privilege of cooking with Chef Tony, the Butterball Master Chef. We've got about 12 videos out there with him. We've got a 2-minute video on how to do the perfect turkey on masterbuilt.com. So check us out and go get you one.
That and use those recipes. It'll help. Also, if you're looking for retailers, you definitely want to look for it. It's available at Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, And as John just mentioned, Masterbuilt.com has more information, including the videos and the recipes, and it's great. So we'll come back. The Butterball electric fryer is operating as we speak, and your opportunity to win one is coming up next.
Absolutely.
So
that's what's up.
We'll tell you exactly what to do. Our number is 866-WE-BE-BIG, and our website's Rick and Bubba. Spell out the word and.com. More with John McLemore and the Butterball electric fryer by Masterbuilt right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
There she is, the Butterball electric fryer by Masterbuilt. Everybody who wins today, of course, that's assuming someone will win, you get the Butterball electric fryer from Masterbuilt. Available, of course, at Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's. Everything you need to know about them at Masterbuilt.com. And also you can go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. So here we go. John McLemore, you remember how to play this?
I think I remember how to play this. I just got to wake up.
You're the celebrity help if they need it. So if the person says, John, what do you think? You tell them where you think what Bubba's saying is a real country song title, or if Bubba made it up, it ain't.
Or it ain't.
And they can agree or disagree with you. They must get 3 right to win.
Hey.
So it's not easy.
That's tough.
But everybody who wins gets the Butterball electric fryer today from Masterbuilt. Bubba, I think I've laid out what we're going to do. Do you understand?
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Make it happen.
All right, John, you ready?
You laid it out excellent.
I'm ready.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Hattiesburg will check in. It says Pod. Is your name Pod?
No, it's Todd. T-O-D-D.
T-O-D-D. I
Todd.
get always confused with those people that go by Pod.
Yeah,
right.
Easy to confuse.
I didn't think anybody's name was Pod. All right, Todd. Todd, here we go. Here is title number 1. Macklemore's here if you want help. Or here we go.
Give me a quarter and I'll be your little jukebox of love. Country song or it ain't?
What you think, Mr. Macklemore? I'm thinking no.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think it's an ain't.
All right, so ain't.
It is not.
Hey, 2 more.
There's 1.
We are 1 for 1.
All right, here we go. Here comes title number 2, Todd.
I just don't look good naked anymore. Country song or it ain't?
That sounds a little crazy that it's not, but how many of these lifelines I get that I don't use my one and only?
I have no idea what you just said.
I think she says, does she only get 1 lifeline to John, or can she go again?
Yeah.
Or he'll go again. For some reason, I got him as a she. Wow. Sounds a little
Can
like
I make
one.
the rules up as we go?
You can use John. You can use John as much as you would like.
I get used all the time.
Okay, I'm thinking no again, but what do you think?
You know, I think I've heard that song actually before, so I'm gonna have to change your mind and say that that's a yes.
All right, John says it is. You going?
Well,
with
you the boss. We'll go with it.
All right, it is.
It is.
Johnny! All right,
Showing out.
Todd, if you and John get this one right, the Butterball electric fryer by Masterbuilt is yours. Here we go. Title 3.
I kissed her on the lips and left her behind for you. Country song or it ain't?
Oh, what do you think?
You know what's embarrassing? That was Tanya and I's song at our prom. We danced to that song.
That's so good. So you say?
I'm going to say it's a yes.
All right. You going to go with that, Todd?
We're going to go. He's 2 for 2. We're going to go with him. Let's go with it.
It is.
Todd, you and Macklemore walked through that like you'd been there before.
Thank you so much, Mr. Macklemore. Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Enjoy your fryer.
Sure. Butterball electric fryer belongs to Todd in Hattiesburg. All right, Todd, we're going to put you on hold and get all the information, and Masterbuilt will ship that directly to you. Good job over, John.
Good gracious.
You stayed calm. You didn't feel pressure. You didn't panic.
I'm a little worried because Tanya's looking at me like we danced at a prom.
Let's go to Jenny out of Jasper, Alabama. She's got 104.7 WZZK. Jenny, how are you?
I'm fine. How are y'all?
Well, we're good. Are you ready to play country song or it ain't?
I am.
am.
All right, here we go, Bubba. Title number 1.
Daddy, the chicken is telling lies again. Country song or not?
I'm going to use John.
Join the club.
Pressure.
Yeah.
You know what? That one was not at my prom.
So, John, you say no?
That's going to have to be an ain't.
He says ain't. You agree with that, Jenny?
I'm going to agree with John.
It ain't.
Wow. Oh, John, undefeated.
Fire.
All right, here we go.
It's almost like you just
I'm going to have to
know.
get some more inventory of fryers.
Jenny, here comes title number 2.
If you were the only girl in the world, you'd probably be my sister. Country song or not?
Oh, Lord. I got to go with John again.
Jello, he thought he was going to get that one off.
Okay. I'm thinking that, God, do I have a lifeline?
No, you do
I
not.
do not have a lifeline.
That's Speedy.
Tanya, what do you
You
think?
got one, Speedy.
Tanya's saying that it ain't.
Okay.
This is on Tanya, not John.
Jenny, do you agree it ain't, or you want to go your own way?
I'm going with Tanya. It ain't.
It ain't.
Tanya. Got it. All right, here we go.
Y'all do know that Tanya's like, I don't know.
Right.
That was her way of
That's
saying,
still- it still
ain't.
works.
I didn't either.
All right, let's go to Jenny. Here it is. You get this right, you'll join Todd in getting your very own Butterbuilt. There we go again.
Butterball.
Somebody roll me something in buttermilk before I get done. All right, Butterball Electric Fryer by Masterbuilt. Are you ready? Here we go. Title number 3.
It's better to have loved a short girl than never to have loved a tall. Country song or not?
I'm going with John and Tanya.
Seems to be a system
Okay,
going
have
here.
y'all ever been at a spelling bee? Yes. Can you repeat the question or the word? Or give it to me in a sentence or something.
Origin.
Tell me that song again.
It's better to have loved a short girl than never to have loved a tall.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say it ain't.
All right, Jenny, he says it ain't. You want to go with John and Tanya, or you want to make up your own mind?
I'm going with them.
It ain't.
It has happened. You have gone 6 for 6. And Tanya gets one in there, too.
He knows his music, Rick. He was at the CMA.
He was at the CMA.
CMAs.
Jenny, Butterball Electric Turkey Fryer by Masterbuilt belongs to you. And we'll put you on hold, get your information. Masterbuilt will send that to you.
I got the 5 from Jenny.
You did really well. Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap it up. If you leave us, have a great day. If you got more Rick and Bubba today, we'll come back. We'll talk with Larry Taunton. We've got a turkey and the fryer, so we're going to get to enjoy that as well coming up. So
22 minutes left to ours, Rick.
Yeah. Get your Butterball Electric Fryer right now. Get it at retailers like Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela. Also has it at Masterbuilt.com. You go there, find some more retailers. Also, great tips and videos. Enjoy that. We said Thanksgiving is just around the corner. It is almost here. We've discussed the wonder that is the Butterball Electric Fryer by Masterbuilt. We now have enjoyed some wings, like you should do.
Yes.
You should go ahead and get some wings rolling. Get those out there for everybody to nibble on.
Yep.
Then, because it's not going to take much time, go ahead and put in your turkey.
Yep.
And going to take about an hour.
That's right.
And then you're going to enjoy turkey, which we're doing right now.
Absolutely. So if you really want to think about the number one meal of the year, which is coming up,
That's your big
Thanksgiving
one.
Day, that's the big one.
That's your big one.
That's the big.
And
That's the
there's
big league.
so much stress that can go into that particular meal because everybody's worried about the turkey coming out undercooked, overcooked, the dreaded dry turkey. Well, Masterbuilt has solved that problem. And not only are we making it safe, we're making it incredibly easy. We're freeing up the oven so that you don't have to worry about timing everything out and it being a problem. So you can start your meal that morning. If you're going to have Thanksgiving lunch, you can actually heat the oil up. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes. While the fryer is heating up, take your thawed turkey, give it a quick little warm water bath, take it out, pat it dry.
Oh, yeah.
Inject it with your favorite marinade. I love buttery Creole. We've got a Buffalo Ranch recipe. Season the outside with some Cajun spice. Lower it into the fryer,
in.
4 minutes per pound. And the one that we're cooking today was a 15-pound turkey. You can fry up to a 20-pound turkey in the Butterball XL fryer. And in 80 minutes, you have a 20-pound turkey done. So imagine you can do that, let it rest for about 20 minutes before serving up lunch or dinner. So the question I've got for everybody here at the Rick and Bubba Show and everybody in this little audience back here, how is the turkey?
Good. It is moist.
It's moist.
As it should be.
Soft, easy to eat.
So wonderful, so perfect. Now, what seasoning did you go with today?
I did a buttery Creole
you did.
Injectable seasoning or marinade on the inside, and I inject it with 1 ounce of marinade per pound. So if you got a 15 to 20 pound turkey and you buy a 16-ounce jar of whatever your favorite marinade is, and I've got a homemade marinade on Masterbuilt.com
Sure you
that I
do.
did with Chef Tony that you can blend up yourself to have a little fun. If you wanted to be easier, just buy the marinade.
Do you
kit.
like it overall if you have your choice in time? Do you rather do your own?
You
The
know,
one you
for
made up?
For the fun of it, yes. And so many people love doing their own recipe. But if you want it to be quick and simple and like a no-brainer, just buy the kit. So I prefer actually doing both at times. I'll tell you the one that I go to a lot is I take the ranch dry season, okay, that powder, and take about 12 ounces of that and blend it with 12 ounces of hot water and make a ranch injectable marinade.
No.
Yes. No, that's not an ain't. That's not an ain't. That's a yes. And you inject that turkey, Rick, with ranch marinade. And then sprinkle some of that dry ranch on the outside of that turkey and fry it for 4 minutes per pound. Take it out and then take some buffalo sauce and drizzle over the top and make turkey sliders. You serve it up as obviously the entree. And when I carve my turkey up, I de-breast the turkey. And I've got a video online at Masterbuilt. We got a bunch of videos.
Sure you do.
Showing folks how to traditionally cut one or de-breast it and then slice up each little piece so that everybody's got a little slice of that skin. Everybody loves the deep fried skin.
Man.
And you can serve the meal up. And again, free up your oven. Let Masterbuilt help do the heavy lifting and take the stress out of your Thanksgiving meal, Christmas meal, buffalo wings for the football.
Good night.
And it's amazing.
I want you to know this. I want you to
John-
hear this directly from me. Okay.
sir.
Whatever the maximum one can do to love another straight man, I'm there. Okay. I love you as much as a straight man can.
You know.
Okay. I'm there.
Our relationship has gone to a whole nother level.
Right. I mean,
Because
just hearing that was
Rick
just
is saying that he now
phenomenal.
loves me,
as much as a straight man.
and we're connecting. There's this eye contact
right.
going on. You know that awkward moment.
Yeah,
There-
like in
it's here.
friendships, just like I will say this, and you're happily married. I really, honestly, like today, I love my wife more than I ever have.
Yep.
I didn't think I could like you anymore. You know what I mean?
You're already pretty high, John.
And what I realized today is, yes, I do. There was a little more I had left to like you, and I just went past it.
You know what? We're all joking, and I really appreciate that. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, when you bring out really good food, it makes people love you that much
does.
more.
Makes you
Sure.
happy.
Especially
And,
this
and John, talk about the safety
Yes.
because everybody's seen these horrific videos of people trying to deep fry out on their garage and these horrendous fires,
good
but you don't have that problem with this.
You do not have that problem. Masterbuilt developed technology over a decade ago with the ability to fry a turkey using an immersion element that goes into the oil, the same element that the restaurants use, and it's guaranteed to never overheat the oil. So while you're frying anything, you never leave it unattended. So when you start the process, and you can fry it anywhere you want to, you don't have to do it outside. You still stay with it, but you have the comfort and the absolute guarantee that the oil is going to maintain that temperature. And for over a decade, we have never, ever had one oil fire on the Butterball electric fryer because it's guaranteed technology that if you ever get to that temperature, it will shut off so that you don't have that stress and you don't want to dampen your holiday
breaker on it.
spirits and have those horrific videos out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've never had one with the electric fryer. The other thing that's amazing is in America, the number one thing that creates house fires is grease fires on the stove, because there's no way to monitor the temperature. With the Butterball electric fryer, it monitors the temperature of the oil, giving you that peace of mind and the ease of doing it and the safety of doing it, so that you can fry your turkey, never having to worry about the oil getting overheated. And it also, with that technology, allows you to pour the oil back up. There's a drain valve on the unit. Save the oil. I recommend peanut oil because I love the smell and the flavor, and it lasts longer. You pay a little bit more money for peanut oil when you buy it, but it lasts longer. I fry about 6 turkeys with the same oil. So I fry a couple of turkeys for Thanksgiving, pour it up, store it in my cupboard in my house, fry a couple more turkeys for Christmas, pour it up, save it again, and believe it or not, I fry my next turkeys for Super Bowl. So it doesn't get any better. You're bringing all your family and your friends, and again, it doesn't matter if it's lunch or dinner because it's easy, it's quick, it's safe, and Masterbuilt wants everybody to enjoy their Thanksgiving meal. And if you are going to fry your turkey, that's awesome, but also check out all of the smokers that we have out there and all the retailers and online at Masterbuilt. Whether you want to smoke your turkey, deep fry your turkey, let Masterbuilt and Team Masterbuilt help you guys out.
All right, if you have questions for John, can we get John?
Oh, yeah.
If you have questions for John, 866-WE-BE-BIG on recipes or things like that, or about the Masterbuilt Butterball electric fryer, you can ask him about that too. These are available. You can get it, of course, at Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, or Masterbuilt.com. We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba.
We're at the Rick and Bubba Show. We're back. Your questions for John McLemore with Masterbuilt, the Butterball electric fryer by Masterbuilt. I want you to understand there's no exaggeration here. We're enjoying delicious turkey. The turkey was it began and it ended on a table in the middle of the broadcast plaza and teleport.
Yeah.
I mean, with us all just sitting around.
Yep.
I mean, it really did. Oh, yeah. All right, let's start. Ben's out of the great state of Alabama. Ben, welcome to the program, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. You're on with McLemore. Go ahead.
Hey, John, say you cook turkeys for other people during the week of Thanksgiving, and you know, of course, the fried turkey is going to be better right before it's time to be served, but how would you get it back to its perfection if you had to cook it a few days earlier?
Yeah, that's
a good question.
That's a great question. It's always tougher when you are going to serve up anything and it be leftover. However, if you do that, when you pull your turkey out, what we do is put it in an aluminum tray, wrap it in aluminum foil, and then you are going to have to obviously heat that back up. The challenge with that is when you heat something back up, you sometimes tend to
don't dry it
out and overcook
dry it out.
So if you do that, sometimes we'll slice the turkey up and put it on a platter and put a wet paper towel over the top of it. Okay, if you're gonna heat it back up. But that's always going to be a tough thing, man. It's easier and better to serve it up fresh. So my recommendation is for everybody that you're frying one for, go get their own electric fryer and bring you over and serve you some deep fried turkey.
There you go. Or if all else fails, cook theirs first and yours last.
Well, you can really make a mistake, to your point. If you're going to heat turkey back up,
it's tough.
Go ahead and slice the turkey.
Yeah.
Don't try to put the whole turkey back in something. Now you have to mess up now.
That's right. And
you'll mess up now.
Get the buffalo sauce and drizzle over the top. That'll help it up some. But it's always better to serve it up fresh, and it's always tough to perfect it as much as it coming out hot. Mm-hmm. And serving it after it's rested only for about 15 or 20 minutes.
Or just go ahead and serve it room temperature and put that giblet gravy on it real hot.
You can.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Giblet.
John, do not get them started.
No,
it's every year.
It's a losing battle.
Just
move on.
Or crappie.
Let me ask you this.
Same thing.
Here we go. Was your wife at one time a little girl, or was she a little girl?
She was.
I told you.
It depends on the day.
It's spelled with a G.
Gerald.
It's spelled with a G.
Gerald's kind of cute sounding, actually.
It is. We continue. Let's go to Will.
You know you're on the air, right?
Birmingham 104.7 WZZK. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, I got a question on the smoker.
Yes, sir.
If you're doing multiple turkeys in the smoker, do you need to extend your cook time, or will that work just according to the booklet that we have?
That is a great question, and it's a no. So if you put in two 15-pound turkeys, they will cook independently. The same thing applies. So if you're going to do at 225 degrees on the Masterbuilt smoker at 30 minutes per pound for a 15-pound turkey, and there's two in there, then you are doing it based on the single turkey weight. Okay, so again, and the easier math for me is if it's a 12-pound turkey, it's a 6-hour recipe. If you've got one in there, if you put another one above it, it's the same 6 hours. Okay. The only thing you got to watch out for is when you put more cold meat into a smoker, you just need to make sure that the temperature of the chamber comes up. You might need to add just a little bit more time. The most important thing is to get the internal temperature of that turkey breast to about 160, 165. So you want to cook by time, but also cook with the thermometer when you are doing a smoker. And some of our Masterbuilt smokers have that integrated meat probe so that you can just watch it and perfect that recipe. The same thing applies when you're deep frying turkey breast. In the XL Butterball fryer, I actually will do 2 7-pound bone-in breasts at the same time. The same thing applies. You do not combine the weight. Example, if I do a 7-pound breast, it's 7 minutes per pound on turkey breast. So 49 minutes. If I'm cooking one, it's 49 minutes if I'm cooking two, because they're cooking independently.
That's right.
Okay.
That's a great.
So
it's a great point.
And that's a great question on the smoker too. So if you put more in there, just don't combine the weight.
There you go.
Let's go to Alan, Birmingham, Alabama, as well. 104.7 WZZK. Alan, go ahead.
Hey, thank you guys. You guys are killing me. I'm driving.
Oh yeah, man. I love our job.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now, I'm gonna probably have to go give some plasma or something, save up some money to buy one of these things. But how long do they last if properly taken care of?
Well, the questions are just wonderful.
Wow. I've got
so proud of
one of the original electric fryers that we did back in 2003. I still cook on it today.
Wow.
Because this is an electric product that's stored inside, it lasts forever. Typically, the Masterbuilt smokers are going to give you a good 3 to 5 years if people leave them outside, but the same thing applies for those. If you cover them, store them in a dry area, always keep them clean. It's like anything else that you have. The more you take care of it, the more you keep it clean, the more you store it in a dry area, they'll last you for a very long time. If you leave it outside and don't clean it, then you'll get a much shorter use out of it. But the Butterball fryers will last a very long time.
We continue. Let's go to Josh, Birmingham, as well. Josh, go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, buddy.
John, I've got a question. All these flavors, this Cajun, this ranch and stuff, do you have a recipe for like a traditional sage flavored oven roasted turkey flavor for your fryer?
I tell you one that we do have, and the answer is yes. Online, we've got several of those recipes, and when I did the recipes with Chef Tony, we did several recipes. We got a great brine recipe that we smoke. But one thing that I've done that's also great for deep frying is I'll inject the turkey with chicken broth.
Here he goes.
And fry it with nothing on the outside. And then after you take it out and let it rest for about 15 or 20 minutes, on the stove, I'll take butter and honey and roasted pecans and blend that together and pour roasted honey glaze over the top of that turkey.
Stop it.
You're eating the meal and dessert in the same bite. Crazy.
Wow.
So,
I mean, you know what? I know.
Show it off, man.
You know, I've talked about how, work in and of itself was not cursed. Meaningless work is what was cursed. And we're going to work in heaven. You're going to get to cook. You know what I mean?
I would.
I mean, I've come to the conclusion you're going to be one of these people who put the feast together.
I joke with y'all today because
my job might be eating it, Rick.
I think you're probably right.
We had deep fried turkey for breakfast this morning. I said, man, I hadn't had deep fried turkey since yesterday. People ask all of us in our family and at Team Masterbuilt, do we ever get tired of what we're doing? And I can safely tell y'all the answer is no. Sometimes we get tired from the work.
Physical tired.
We never get
mentally
tired of the work. We love what we do everywhere we go, meeting great people, serving up great food. Because when I can put a smile on a man's face and have that moment, brother,
you better feel good about yourself today.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to get yours, look for these Butterball electric fryers. Easy and safe way to enjoy turkey and delicious. Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's. Find everything out, including this recipe you just asked about, sir, at Masterbuilt.com. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Rick and Bubba.
John McLemore is here with Masterbuilt. The Butterball electric fryer has already cooked up some delicious wings. John, thank you for the wings. We're enjoying those right now.
Yes, we are. And, we're just showing how versatile the product is. If you are going to fry your turkey for this Thanksgiving and Christmas, or just prior to doing that, just throw in some buffalo wings and watch some football. That's what it's all about, just hanging out with your family and your friends. And speaking of hanging out with family and friends, man, what an amazing night Tanya and I had last night in Nashville. Wow.
See, amazed you were there.
We were there, and I will tell you, I've never actually been to the live performance there. I've always watched it on TV. So to be able to go and sit as close as we did to all those amazing performers and to see how that show opened up, and the theme of the night about unity and love, and with all the tragedy that's been going on in recent days, I think they did an amazing job really bringing everybody together and talking about country music, and all the fans and all the performers. Really, I was amazed to see how they all stood for each other. It was an amazing night. So,
except when Rascal Flatts screamed out for the award.
Somebody did say, are y'all saying that they?
I don't know who it was.
No, it was somebody in the stands that
was cheering them on.
It was odd because about 8 seconds later they announced them not winning.
Much so Little Big Town had to apologize to them.
They did, and they did it gracefully and said, don't be mad at us.
I mean, they really did.
Yeah, they did. They did. But it was crazy, to be able to see that. And, man, Carrie Underwood, oh, my word.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a big fan, but that song that she sang, and everybody lighting up those candles, wow.
I thought about you being there because before that ever happened, Bubba had already sent me the picture of you and your wife, and I thought to be in that arena, for her to sing an old traditional hymn too, softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling. And they did that to, of course, talk about the memorandum of all the people that had passed away in the business that year. And then at the end, they put up the pictures of all the victims of the shooting.
They did.
And she got so emotional she couldn't finish it.
She couldn't even finish the last words. And it was, just very moving. I think the whole night was, and how everybody was kind of coming together. And, to be there. And we were, being 13 rows back, and she sang right there in the middle of that stage. So we were literally 20 feet from her singing that song. It was very touching. So Tanya and I had a great time. We're going to be crazy for the next couple of weeks between now and Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to take about 7 hours off tomorrow. And then this weekend we're heading to California. We're going to hang out with Slater. You know that guy's from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
We're going to do a Mario Lopez show out there. And so I figured you might know him as Slater.
It does help.
Yeah, it does help. And then we're doing Steve Harvey's show. Then we're shooting back over here, going to New York, seeing our buddy Sean Hannity.
Now, which Steve Harvey show are you doing? Are you going to be on Family Feud? Or